and WILC 2019 for a chance to win some great World Lacrosse swag. So Crockerton Cup, get your picture taken with it. You take a picture with it, post it on social media, win some free stuff.
Gurry down to Reese Parsons. Rips it to Gurry. His second of the game makes it 3-1 on the power play. This is a very different feeling game than the first time these teams met. Now, bear in mind, the Czechs got rolling in that last game, but Netherlands, the more confidence they get from hanging in here, the better off they're going to be. There's the rip. High to low bouncer. Sneaks it through the 5-hole. Assistant coach Artu Seslar telling me before the game they are feeling a lot better. When they played before, they were still new to the whole process of playing against the big guys. Having won their pool, big upset of Ireland, seemed like an upset at the time, right to open the tournament for the Netherlands, but they are feeling more and more comfortable. That pass goes to nobody. Lukasz will have to track it down. The Czechs looking a little discombobulated. Kostal tries to hit the cutting Olela. They get it back, and the shot by Doschley falls loose, but Gallant sweeps it up. Got two men, Kostal taking them out. Bergsma wisely cuts up high. Takes that pass. There's Gurry trying to bounce his third goal over to the far side. Misses, and Skokan comes away with it. Czechs entered this tournament as the 7th seed. They would love to keep that ranking, of course. Netherlands have already overachieved based on their number 17 ranking coming in, but they have a lot of players they've brought in to help boost this program, develop the program in Netherlands. Prohaska rips it from the outside, slips by Gallant. Czechs have one back. They're within a goal in the final 30 seconds here of this first quarter. At one point, as we take a look at this, Prohaska going to take this pass, shoots around the screen, just pulls it back near side. And then Artu Seslar was pointing out they only had 15 guys from within Netherlands who were able to commit to this tournament, to paying what it costs to come, because these guys are all self-funded on these teams, and that's going to be a loose ball foul. So the Czechs will have a chance for the final possession. Marsh already to the bench. They'll get an extra attacker out. But, they needed to bring in some guys just to have a full lineup. So guys like Dan Ball and Ross and Reese Parsons and Joshua Taguri and Andrew Gallant filling the roster out. Obviously top players on the team. Here we go, 10 seconds. Loshkot. Prohaska. They've got 5. Loshkot's just going to rip it. Goes a little wide. And that'll do it for the first quarter. It is Netherlands 3, Czech Republic 2. Jakub Vimela is out to face off against Graham Bergsma. We don't see a lot of Vimela at the face-off dot these days. He's going to come away with the ball, though, and drive to the net. It's a 3-on-2. He'll go to the middle, tries to flip it to Doschley. It was just tipped away by Vanderhorst. It is the second quarter. It's 3-2 Netherlands over Czech Republic. Lukasz goes up to get that one. I'm Steven Stamp. You can get at me at @StampLax on Twitter. Off the post. Doschley, hard shot. He's going to let that roll over center. Probably had time early, but didn't want to touch it and have it roll across and be a turnover. So heads up play. He had plenty of time. Popia's shot is blocked. Nobody sees it but Aaron Vanderhorst. But a Czech was already going off. Kostal was getting to the bench to get a defender out. And that allowed Jakub Zhiha to cut off Vanderhorst, who's just going to bounce one to the net, to the bench. Milan Muskins was being very careful to make a good change, not get caught coming out early. Almost caused trouble. It does, though, eventually spin around and get to the net, but the shot bounces up over the goalie, over the net. and out of play. Here comes Minajic. Kostal. Pick and roll down to Loshkot. There's Popia cutting. He's picked up, gets to Kostal, scores! The big man, he's tough to stop in there. Once he got free in the middle and the passes drifted over to him. See Popia, nobody picking up Kostal. He's just allowed to wander free, reaches up over the top. Gets Gallant just off his goal line a bit and finds that hole over his shoulder. 3-3 the score. Bimala back out against Bergsma. Bit of a change, and Bimala is going to get the ball. Jonathan Monk had been taking a lot of the draws for the Czech Republic. He is not here today. So he and Peter Drubensky scratches along with Pavel Serch, the 16-year-old forward who's another part of the oncoming wave of talent in the Czech Republic. There's a pass in the middle, and Knotek, it's off the foot of Gallant. Lushkot tracked it down. Czechs applying some serious pressure. Knotek gets underneath Van Benekum, gets the shot off Gallant, swallowed it up, takes a peek, and it was still there under him, much to his relief. Here's Bergsma. He's playing both ends of the floor for the Dutch. Clean Benning. Bimala swats that one loose. Martin Schruta comes up with it. He's checked immediately by Reese Parsons. Schruta is going to get it. And over to Lavallee. Lavallee? Yeah. Ben Lavallee hands it off to Lukasz. Drive pick by Lukasz, and he gets the ball, but it pops away from him, scooped up there by Vanderhorst. Well, spinning catch by Hidde Vessler, took a couple of tries. Brand new to the team is Vessler. He is an up-and-comer, I'll tell you. We've been talking about the future of Czech lacrosse. Vessler, very much part of the future of Netherlands lacrosse. Here's Kostal. Loshkot to Knotek. Back door and is offside. Popia, so he passes immediately to Loshkot. One more pass. Popia tried to get it over to Lukasz. He couldn't catch it. They're going to run out of time. He actually went through the crease, so it won't even get to that point. 3-3 the score. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the WILC 2019. Turnover as Vessler just ran into a whole bunch of defense. But then it's going to be one turn back the other way. Van Benekum picks that one up. And then another turnover. Jiha strips him, shovels it across to Konechny. Nice heads-up play by Jiha. And then he stays to be the outlet for Konechny. And the Czechs go on to the offense. Doschli. Checked by Lino Kreitvik. Penalty coming. It's going to be Kreitvik. The slash, both refs had it. As he chopped down on the player on the floor. Oh, no, it's Van Benekum. My mistake. There's Kreitvik with the swing. Oh, yeah, that's the one right there. Or that one. Either one from Van Benekum. The player on the floor, and he's just whacking away. So it's a power play for the Czechs. They will try to move into the lead. I believe for the first time. Oh, no, they had the first goal from Knotek, 2-10 in. Then the Netherlands was 3 in a row. Czechs trying to return the favor with a 3-goal run. That ball back gets away from Vanderhorst and Loshkot. Sorry, Doschli will pick it up and head up the floor. Prohashka down to Loshkot. Kostal skip pass to Doschli. Popia's in the middle. They're all tightening in. Kostal I think he surprised everyone with that pass. He'd cut in. I think they were looking for a shot. Prohaska had to stick right in by his face as he slipped past the defender. Bergsma will pick up the ball in the repossession. Over to Parsons. Parsons fighting through traffic. He might just have a shot here. He's gonna wait, take as long as he can, shorthanded. But illegal pick on the Netherlands. Konechny and Parsons getting into each other's faces. Chet's never been shy about sharing his feelings with other players. He's very open that way. Prohaska gives it off to Doschley. There you go, backdoor. There's the passing that leads to the perfect finish for Loschkot. Wide open backdoor quick stick. And the Czechs go back in front. Their first lead since the 3:39 mark of the opening quarter. Great last play, last pass by Popia. Right through the middle of the crease. Creates a nice angle for Loschkot. One of the easier quick stick angles you see because it was up probably 2/3 of the way up through the crease. There's Doschley, hands it across to Loschkot. Thought he might have a go for another one, but didn't like the lane he saw, so he's going to pass it off, and they'll get the offense back out. Doschley to Lukasz. That one's off either the foot of Gallant or the post. Either way, it's up out of play and a fresh 30 for the Czechs. Definitely a different looking game than the first time they met. Although 6 minutes into the second quarter of the last game, it was actually still just 2-0 for the Czechs. So not that dissimilar. So for Netherlands, the key is to keep it rolling. Long pass to Bergsma. Off the post. Oh, great pass by Gallant. Nice catch by Bergsma. He gets the shot off and just rings it off the post. Popia had it pop away from him. Comes to Knotek. Kostal thought about the shovel pass to Prohaska. Comes out to Doschley instead. Down to Knotek. It gets away from him. Van Benekum all over him, but Knotek comes up with it, gets underneath, right lane to the net. Nice arm save, Gallant. Just throws out that left wing. Vessler on the run along the boards, far side from the benches, of course. And if you're fairly new to the game, wondering why I say, of course, you don't want to run into the traffic over by the benches. Here's Skokan, across to Hodania. Oh, great strip. The captain, Vanderhorst. What a defensive play. There's a little help by Jiha. Gallant's going to go out and try and rake that in. The ball's still loose. Trying to pull it back. It's pulled out from underneath, but then Gallant gets it. You can rake under the goalie's stick until he's got it clamped. Once he has it in his possession, then you have to leave him alone. Goetwald knocked over from behind. No call on Weidkamp. So Timon Weidkamp gets it back for Netherlands. Here comes Bergsma. Going to wind up and fire. That one's stopped by Marish. He's looking up the floor. He's got Hodania. Goetwald heads to the bench, but Lukasz is with Hodania. Nice pass. He's going to pull it back out. Now he's going to try and shot. A little reach around. Gallant made that save and immediately ahead to ball. Back and forth action. So they're saying the key for the Netherlands, hang on, stay tight. The longer they're close, the better for them to try and mount something late. The Czechs would love to reprise the run they went on last game. Parsons pulls it down hard. Shot stopped by Marish. .30's going to expire on the Dutch. Bimala pushes it up into the offensive zone. Is going to wait there for the offensive guys to come out. So what happened in the first game? The Czechs were up 2-0, and then with 9:15 to go, or with 5:45 to go in the half, they got a run going. Here's a drive, shot by Doschley, stopped by Gallant. They got a goal. Richard Hahn replied, then a couple by the Czechs. By the end of the second, they were up 7-2. So this is the stretch right here where things changed dramatically in the first game between these two teams. It was a 2-goal lead for the Czechs, and then they ran away. Now it's a 1-goal lead. I'll tell you, the Dutch are certainly battling here, looking very much like they're in this game. 5:45 to go. Czechs with the ball. Gottwald to Lukáš. A shot from the outside, stopped by Gallant. Got a man button hooking in the middle. Gets it to him. Big hit on Kreitvik, and the ball's knocked loose by Konechny. Great job to come away with that without taking a penalty. The rip by Jiha is stopped. Nice save, Gallant. He has been sharp. Ball protects it away, the ball from Jiha and Skokan, but then the pass gets away. Hits the face of Schruta, rolls back to Marsh. Clearly no intent, as that just rolled off his face mask and away. Schruta will take it over center. 5 to go in the second quarter. I'm Steven Stamp. Hit me up at StampLax on Twitter. This is the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. That shot by Prohaska becomes a drop ball. Lushkot to Popia. This shot saved by Gallant. Oh, it's pulled out and swatted in. That's a goal for Jakub Lukáš. Bit of an odd one. I believe Neil Paulus is saying you can't do that. If it's in the crease, you can't just swat it in. Where's the ball? Here's the shot by Popia. It comes off of Gallant, rolls out. No, Lukáš pulls it back to himself, and I think it's out of the crease. Yeah, Neil Paulus just looks down and says, it wasn't out by much, but I think it was out. Lukáš had pulled it back to himself. Very smart play by the youngster. Remember, Jakub Lukáš, just 19 years of age. Very heady play for a young man. And it's 5-3. We're at a 2-goal lead for the Czechs. Lars de Graaf raced in to try and get that ball, but it's Doschley that comes away with it. And he has been doing a lot of this, running around with the ball in his stick with it in one hand extended. Now he's going to lob it up to Lushkot. Kustal. Back toward to Doschley. Got a man on the back door, the far side. Nice pass. Lukáš is stopped on a great save by Gallant, going post to post. That ball ripped a little bit of panic, but it gets to Taguri. He tracks it down. No breakout chance, but they do get their offense out. And then his pass is high. Here comes Skokan trying to run away from Defeta. Now he pulls up, shoots, scores. I mentioned earlier Skokan will be an important part of their transition, and he makes that come true with a great play. Just race down, throw on the brakes, so Defeta runs past him. You'll see he's going hard, really chugging. Puts the shoulder in, then slams on the brakes. Defeta does a pretty decent job spinning to get back on the check, but Skokan picks his corner perfectly, just inside the post. Holland's going to take their timeout. Neil Paulus, I think this is a wise move with about 3:45 to go in the half, as we're seeing a run similar to what the Czechs put together back the first time these teams played. And he wants to nip that in the bud because Netherlands still very much in this game. Confidence, though, so critical, especially for developing teams. Paulus still exhorting his troops. Artu Seslar, assistant coach, along with Wayne Colley. Jan van Wanrooy is the GM. He is off to the side of the bench, but Seslar talking to the men at the last moment. There's pretty much for every team, every European, every one of the developing teams at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship, there is someone, often many people, often one guy who is just a driving force. And Artu Sesselaar is that for the Dutch. He has been playing for the national team, indoors and outdoors, box and field, however you want to call it. Nice pass on the crease, and the timeout works to perfection. Graham Bergsma takes the pass from Ross Parsons, tucks it over to the shoulder of Marish, and heads straight to the face-off dot. Look at this play. Popia out on him, and Bergsma just, not even a pick, he just slips off the check and cuts inside. Konechny coming on the slide, but that's a long way for him to have to come. He gets there for the hit, but Bergsma had already deposited that ball over the shoulder of Marish. Vimala and Bergsma looking for possession, 6-4. Czechs, it's going to be withholding. Bergsma. Czechs get the ball. But Artu Sesselaar moved into a coaching position, and he is excited. He was actually on the roster. Would have had to go in if they had some injuries, but they have been fortunate in that regard. But he is excited to be on the other side and helping really drive things. He does social media work. He's a great camera guy, produces good content, good video, and he is very proud of what this team is accomplishing, as well he should be. Kreitvik takes the ball. The 30-second clock buzzes. It wasn't reset. Now it is. Parsons goes to the net. Hodania, nice job turning him aside, but oh, what a save. Marish is on. Took that pass. Nice one from behind the back from Parsons. But Marish closes everything up. Here comes Skokan. They're going to slow it down. He was looking, but does pass it off to Popia. Popia steps back. Passes to the back door, finds Loshkop, but he was past the shooting spot. Here's Popia, rips one high and wide on the back of the net. Knotek went to grab it, and he almost went for the cross check to the back of the Dutch player. It was Van Bennekom, and just withheld himself, showed some restraint at the last moment. Otherwise, I'm telling you, that was going to be a penalty if he'd gone over and given him that big bump. Parsons pulls it down. He loves the hands down shooting spot and pulling it down hard. Gets it across here. Spinning shot by Taguri. That one's way wide, and the shot clock's going to expire. Parsons puts it down and then kind of kicks it ahead. And in the NLL, that's a delay of game right there because he kind of walked over, kicked it over towards the bench a bit. Kostal drives in and steps in the crease. He was trying to spin through traffic. Couldn't get the stick back up. Well, can't stop there. There you go. Nice job by Martin Versteeg. Or sorry, that's Robert Van Moseveld, the rookie, who almost stopped just over center. Would have got himself in trouble. It took that extra few steps, gave him room to work with, and they did get the pass down in the corner, but there it was turned over. Hodania moves it ahead. Here comes Lukasz. Lukasz shovels to Popia. To Loshkot. Popia goes behind the net, takes the pass. Thought about a dunk, I think, but couldn't catch the pass. Rammed into the boards there by Furboom, who makes the boards go boom. And illegal pick on the Netherlands. It's like we're seeing more and more in the game of lacrosse in the last year or two, I would say, is the illegal pick in the offensive, in the defensive zone. But when a team turns the ball over, shot saved by Gallant. He swoops out to grab it. Nice job. You know, you turn the ball over, and then as your players try to head up the floor, you get that moving pick. You just can't do it. Just like in the other end of the floor, if you have the ball, you have to respect the rules of the game. And Parsons is going to draw a penalty. I think it's Konechny going to be called for a slash as he kind of had a drive-by whack on the side of Parsons. Parsons is going to load it up and fire it. Stopped by Marish. It gets through him a little bit, but it's grabbed by Gottwald. And Konechny will go in there. John again. Still going. Be interesting to watch that one as it develops. Still talking. Parsons waves him away. I feel like that's not the end of that conversation. (6-4) the score. Netherlands with 20 seconds to go in the half. have a glorious chance to pull within one before we go to the intermission. Gets away from Parsons, though. Schrute grabs it. 10 seconds left. He's going to run by Parsons. Heading to the net. He's got Lavalley with him. All the way shoots. Nice job by Parsons to deflect that. That's going to do it for the first half. The score, Czech Republic 6, Netherlands 4. Team to come out and get a goal here on the power play. They've got, wait, was that a major? That was a major. Yeah, you know what? It was a big slash as he ran by. I did not realize at the time, though. So Czech connects, and he kind of pulled the team and the Czech team in together before the half started. At the end there's Hahn with a shot, saved by Marish, grabbed by Polak. So yeah, no, it's a minor. Why is it? It says on Lacrosse shift on the box score a minor, but there's 3 minutes up. That's got to be a major for Czech Konechny. Penalty coming now to the Netherlands. So Konechny gathered the Czech team. I think he was just exhorting them, kill this one for me, guys, and I'll pick you up. Big battle along the boards. Ball goes flying in. That's a too many men penalty against the Netherlands. So we're going to have 4-on-4 lacrosse for 2 minutes, and then there'll be 45 seconds remaining on a Dutch power play. Martin Versteeg serving the minor for the Dutch as the in-home player. Loschkot. This is a critical juncture. Remember last game, the Dutch were hanging around. It was 7-2. They weren't close, but then the Czechs won an 8-3 third quarter run that really put that game away. The Dutch feel like they've improved. They've built their confidence throughout this tournament since 5 days ago. Seems like a long time for the Dutch as they have been building towards something here. Dan ball into the offensive zone. Oh, he's going to shovel it. That's going to be picked off. Skokon had it for a moment. Just kind of pushed it over to Loschkot. He'll give it to Jiha. Jiha thought about a shot. That pass is going to get off the stick of Popia and up out of play. Missed opportunity for the Czechs. Ross Parsons will take this one. Czech Konechny is bouncing up and down. He is hopping. He is lively in that penalty box. And now is that... That's too many men. It's got to be on the Netherlands. They had five runners out. Yeah. So now they're going to have to send another player. They've already got Martin Versteeg serving a penalty. They just had 5 guys on the floor, and Andrew Gallant actually started racing towards the bench. So Harm Tefeta, I believe, will go over and serve. So it's 4-on-3. Glorious chance for the Czechs. Prohaska rips one right in the belly of Gallant. It's going to be tracked down by Doshli. 46 seconds on the 4-on-3. Popia's shot stopped by Gallant, and he just clamps down on that ball in his crease. 5-second count. Boy, that was a quick 5. Gallant is feeling like he was just about to throw it. Kreisvik was breaking up the floor. So it will be possession and 35 seconds on the 4-on-3 for the Czechs. Prohaska, what a save, Gallant. Prohaska tried to go 5-hole, and Gallant just stuck the stick down, grabbed it. They're having a little chat there. The ball ahead. Taguri going to the net. Oh, off the crossbar post meeting point. Penalty coming now to the Czechs. Very wisely, Graham Bergsman just not picking the ball up. He's going to let one of their penalties expire first. The 30 doesn't start until he picks this up. Here comes Versteeg. Bergsman's still not going to pick it up. Now he'll go as they get their other attacker on. So it's a 5-on-4 with the goalie out. Czechs probably should have gone and pressed him, although then you're getting somebody running at him. It's going to be picked up now. And the call will be, looks like Martin Schrute Going to the box. Oh, no. It's too many men. So Schruto will go to the bench, and they're going to bring Wojtek Olala. Olala. There's that aspirated H in the middle that's so tricky. Olala. That was actually pretty good. To the box as the in-home. And it's now 4-on-3 for the Netherlands. Bergsma up to Parsons. Back down to Bergsma, shoots low, stopped by Marash. Hodania gets it, steps out of the crease. Vimel is the short man. They've got somebody coming out of the box. It's Loshkot. Low, short pass, the Port Moody bounce passes, they like to say out here. Loshkot got it, but then it gets away from him. Vimela misses it. It's a 2-on-1. Bergsma and Parsons. It turns into a 2-on-3 as they take their time. Penalty coming now. Nope. Hand went up for a moment from the ref, and it came back down. Okay. Good job. If you think there's one and you realize there isn't, put the hand down. I guess Parsons. This is Bergsma. Skip pass to Hahn. His shot sweeps a little bit wide. Bergsma runs out of time on the 30 before he can get that shot off. 58 seconds left in the Konechny Major. Boy, there's a lot has happened during that 5 minutes of game time. 3 other penalties, I believe. Yeah, 2 to the Dutch, 1 to the Czechs. Doshli rips one high. They were going 3-on-5 as Lukasz was just staying up around center to be a safety valve, ready to go to the bench to get a defender out. And Doshli just makes it happen, the veteran in his 5th World Championship. Look at this, steps inside the restraining line, around Van Benekum, nobody on him, and he just fires one over the shoulder of Gallant. Perfect placement. Wow, you can see the spot he found there. Short-handed goal for the Czechs. So important there to make that lead extend to 3 instead of letting the Dutch creep back in. 34 seconds still on the penalty, the power play for the Netherlands, but a double team is going to knock the ball loose and Vimela will come away with it. Lukasz, nice little pick. Here comes Vimela, just that arm pad. Sees he's 1-on-3, so he's just going to slow it down and hand it off to Lukasz. They could have killed the rest of the penalty, but Lukasz decides to take a shot. Now there's 9 seconds left. I don't know if the Dutch are going to try something here. Kreitvik will hand it off. Yeah, they're going to wait. Oh la la. Comes out. He'll go join the defense. Taguri trying to go underneath. Hodania repels him. Skokan up on. That one was tipped. I think it was Jihad getting a stick on it. Oh! Swing slash to the leg from behind. Not going to be called on clean banning. A little surprised by that one. It looked like he was right in front of the referee. He just wound up with one hand and chopped down on the leg of the retreating Czech player. Here's Prohaska. Spins back towards the net. Didn't like his angle. Head of the stick comes off for Van Benekum. Starts to head to the bench. He's going to try and check Doshli. Kostal gets a shot off. He is run over. Nice job there by Davy Furboom to lower the boom. Oh, but Furboom loses the ball. It's still bouncing around. Loose ball foul on the Czechs. Didn't quite see what the call was, but Dutch will have. There's just a lot going on over there to be sorted out. Here's Bergsma. Muskins throws to the far side, doesn't quite connect with Taguri. Gottwald gives him a push. They're battling. Gottwald all over him, then kind of runs past, gets a little pick. Minajic, nice job picking up Taguri. Still gets the shot off late in the 30. Bergsma, watched by Polak. He's just going to drop it over his shoulder. 3 Dutch players are already on their way to the bench. Then Parsons joined them, and the D is out in full force for the Netherlands. Popia gets speared in the belly. Game is getting a little feisty. Few plays kind of crossing the line a little bit. Not being called, which could get some frustration rising among these players. There's Popia. Shot low, Gallant stops it. Gallant alertly steps out of his crease to avoid the 5-second count, but he's trying to beat the 10 as well. Long pass to Reese Parsons, picked off by Vimala. He's going all the way, and that shoots. Oh, what a save by Gallant. Lukash will pick it up. Great drive, though, by Vimala to get in and try the jump dunk shot. They're going to go hidden ball trick. That was a pretty good one. They get it to Lukash. He scores. He didn't have the ball, but then he gets it and deposits it immediately. 8-4. The Czechs get their second goal of the quarter, starting to extend their lead a bit. So as Loshkot and Lukash ran the hidden ball, Loshkot had it. Lukash just ran to the middle. Loshkot over to Popia, and he flicks it in. And the quick release to bury that one in the corner. Doshli comes away with the ball after that scramble. Hodania thought about going to the net. Fjordboom on him. Here's Kostal. Hits the cutter. Quick release there by Hodania. But Gallant has no trouble with that. Nobody can come up until Zhiha is the guy to come away with it. Gottwald races to the bench to get Popia out. They're not going to pass it to him. They'll go to Skokon instead, the short man. Kostal to Lushkot off the bench. There's Doshli, the last man in. It's a bit of a swat from Versteeg. Popia spins, tries to pass to Lukash. It goes to Lushkot instead. Penalty coming, and it will be applied as Lukash steps in the crease. There's a little tap with Gallant, says, no, didn't intend to get in on you. Popia had been knocked to the floor. Dan Ball is going to the box. Popia had a word for him. Illegal cross check. 2 minutes to Dan Ball. Oh, hang on. Popia's going as well. I think that's after the play because the one ref was over there indicating the foul. And it's unsportsmanlike for Popia and for Ball. Okay, so they're each going to get 2 for unsportsmanlike. So it's just the 2 for the initial slash or the cross check going up for Ball. So that's going to have to be served. They'll send Martin Versteeg is the in-home. He's going to have to come over and serve the time served minor for Ball, and then Ball and Popia will sit after the 2 minutes ends until there's a dead ball. Until there's a hard stoppage, a goal, or a penalty. Popia is leaving the box, and not sure if he's got an equipment issue. He's got something in his hand. You can see in his right hand that something white is a little card. I don't know what that is. They're sending him to the dressing room. And the in-home, Wojtek Olela, will come and serve the penalty. Yeah, it's an equipment issue. Doshli, I think, indicating he's injured. Trainer over there taking a peek at his chin. But I think it is just a piece of equipment that has come apart. Although they're addressing his nose. It looks like maybe that hit did something to his face. So he's going to get some treatment. He can't come on now until, I believe, he won't be able to come back on the floor until that penalty is released. So it does kind of eat up another roster spot for the moment. But the Czechs on the power play. Oh, it's picked off by Bergsma. Swim move, gets through. Runs through a bit of a check from Kostal. And pulls it down. Thought about the shot. Wisely pulls it back out instead. Vimala takes away the pass to Vanderhorst. So Bergsma is just going to hang on to it for a bit. And we'll get another Dutch player out. It's Taguri running in from the bench. He cuts to the middle. They pick him up. Nice job by Minajic to get him. They do get a shot late in the 30. It bounces up. Miloslav Knotek, father of young Tomas Knotek, catches that one on the bench, passes off. The Czechs back onto the power play. They've got over a minute to work with. 18 on this shot clock. Loshkot to Lukasz. Strong right for the Czechs. Doshli steps around. Lukasz has a behind the back pass. Doshli, he'll let that one go from the outside, finds a hole, flings it far side, shoots around Kreitvik, and beats Gallant. Power play goal. Makes it 9-4. You can see just perfect placement by Doshli. I'm trying to see if Popia is over, if he's standing behind the bench, waiting till he's able to come back in, or if he's still being treated down the hallway. Those penalties came with 6 minutes to play, so another 44 seconds, and then the next stoppage before those are released. Yeah, I think Popia's just sitting on the bench waiting till he's able to join. Vimala on the run. Check there by Muskins. Kostal. Vimala sets a pick on Furboom for the behind-the-back pass from Kostal. Hit Furboom, but Vimala has it. He's coming around behind the net, out to Loshkot. There's a chance for Lavallee. So with Popia on the bench, we're seeing a few changes to the offense here. The Czechs having to throw some guys out. Lavallee, pretty good job. Saved by Marish on the Parsons 5-hole shot. He'll pass it out to Skokan. So Vimala, Lavallee, up on the O. Here comes Skokan with Lukasz. Lukasz just falls. And Skokan kind of tripped over him. It's a strange little sequence for the Czechs. Not sure if there's something going on with the turf there. Turf monster definitely grabbed Lukasz. He's going to chop down on Versteeg trying to cover him. Here's a lane to the net. Knotek scores. Bounces it home. They just completely lost track of Thomas Knotek and the youngster. First step flashes into the net. And this is exactly the way the previous game between these two teams went. You can see Kostal drop the ball, picks it up. Knotek, as the pass goes to him, and boy, Lino Kreitvik saw the pass, and as it's almost there, started to step out to try and pick it off or get in the way of Knotek. And by then, Knotek sees already what he's going to do. He knows he's catching and hitting underneath with the defender going the wrong way. 10-4. It is a 4-0 third quarter here for the Czechs at this point. Loshkot has a man wide open. Doshli on the back door. Everybody's out of the penalty boxes now. Here comes Jiha running into Parsons. Might have slowed up a little bit wisely just to make sure that it wasn't a penalty. Didn't run into him from behind. Didn't hit him blind and defenseless. Oh, and Taguri throws a punch and then a kick. Taguri's going to get something here, and Gottwald is furious. I think he just got kicked in the face. Dead ball contact. Oh, it's just Gottwald going. If we can run that back again, I was just looking down to see the call. Kind of stunned that there's only a penalty to the Czechs. It looked like Taguri threw a punch from the floor, which got Gottwald fired up, and then it looked like a kick as well, which, man, that'd be a major. Penalty coming to the Czechs again. Gallant goes to the bench for the extra attacker. They're already on the power play. They're going to set the safety up. No, he's going to come right in and get the ball. Illegal pick called on the Dutch, so the penalty will be enforced. Skokan going for a slash. So 5-on-3 for the Netherlands. Vanderhorst is going to come and be the safety valve up at the top. Over to Taguri. Backdoor to Bergsma, but he bobbled it. Double team. They don't see where it is, and Bergsma pops it and grabs it. Takes the shot, it's wide. Grabbed by Vimala. Bergsma forechecks. Vimala changes direction. Throws it ahead. Rip of a pass, but can't quite connect with Popia. Nice job picking him up by Taguri. Swinging around the back, one-hand check by Popia. Doesn't get to the stick of Taguri, who was protecting it well. The Dutch go back to the power play. 1:05 left on the 5-on-3. Perfect opportunity for them to cut into this 10-4 lead. Oh, and Parsons just winds up and rips one. He has been doing that all tournament. Sniper, the Coquitlam native from just down the road, fires one home. Hahn goes and picks up that ball. Parsons, and just a little hop. And what a perfect spot. Maric doesn't even flinch. Didn't know where that ball was going. 10-5. Still in the power play, Netherlands. Lavallee taking the face off. But it's Bergsma will race in and grab that. Lobs it over to Taguri, and they'll go back to the man advantage. There's Parsons, the sniper. Over to Hahn. Now Reese Parsons was up, or Defetta was up high. Cuts into the middle now. Hahn on the back door. To the other back door, Bergsma one-hand shovel. Taguri at the top. Checks it back in their box. That hits the hip of Hahn. Jihad tried to come away with it. Penalty coming now. Lavallee, throws a punch, another punch. Lavallee is furious. He is going after Taguri, and Taguri throws a punch. Headlock tackles him. They might both be gone from this game and this tournament. Of course, this game is the tournament for these teams. Lavallee was furious. Things have been building. Parsons and Konechny earlier. I think Lavallee had just had enough of whatever was going on in there. He's going to the box. He's got to be going to the dressing room. This is exactly what Ross Parsons is saying to the refs. Why is he going to the box? Taguri goes to the penalty box. Here it is. You can see Lavallee goes after Taguri. Taguri gives him a shove in the face, and Lavallee just starts throwing punches. He's just made his mind up. He's done. And Taguri's going to throw the headlock on. It'll be interesting to see. Taguri wasn't really fighting. There's an unwilling combatant clause in the rule book. I believe it's in this rule book. There's a lot of rule books. But Taguri kind of threw the headlock on and tackled Lavallee, which isn't really fighting. That is defending yourself. Now, he threw the initial, he's gone. He threw the initial shove to the face, which I don't really think was a punch either. As much as I thought Taguri should have had a penalty earlier, I'm not so sure he should be tossed here, but he's going. And Lavallee didn't even hesitate. He just ran to the dressing room. Van Benekum goes over, gives him a hug, and gets him off to the dressing room. And Konechny is asking what's going on. So we'll have to see how these are adjudicated. There's a 5 up on the board for Lavallee, which makes sense. Still 39 seconds in the initial penalty to Skokon for the Czechs. So Wojtek Olela is going to come over and serve some more time. He'll be doing the 5 and possibly more for Lavallee. So the Czechs will only have 3 runners because they've got the 39 seconds. And I'm not sure what, it doesn't look like Taguri has a time served penalty. Looks like just a game misconduct for him. So that's a tough break for the Czechs. That means they are shorthanded 5-on-3 for 39 seconds. And then they send Versteeg goes to the penalty box, then he goes back to the bench. Somebody's got to go in and serve Taguri's. penalty, don't they? Let's see if they're up yet. No. 1:26 to go in the third. It's 10-5 for the Czechs. A critical juncture now that Netherlands needs to take advantage of this situation. So Lavallee gets a fighting major and a roughing major. So that means that Taguri is going to get a fighting major. So then the roughing is the one that creates that 5-minute penalty. So that makes sense. Still think somebody's got to go serve Taguri's 5. Behind the back. What a finish. Richard Hahn. Silky smooth behind the back. Skokon is released. It is 10-6. Bergsma, nice pass. And then the shot actually goes off the leg of a defender, and Hahn just around his back, around a defender. Look at that. What a release. Marsh, I don't know if he saw that because it was behind Gottwald. It's 10-6. Skokon is released. Olela is in for another 4:44. And the Dutch can score 2 goals on that major still. They both started. It's going to be a violation on Bergsma. He started to go. He stopped. Vimala started to go. And then they both stopped. But the ref calls correctly the violation on Bergsma. Doschli. 1 minute to play here in the third. Ball comes across to Loshkot. Lavallee gets another one. Gets a game misconduct, continuing fight. Taguri also gets continuing fight and a fighting major. So the 5 for fighting each and continuing fight game misconduct. And then the major for roughing to Lavallee. And that's the only one that goes up. So there you go. Hahn scored the last goal. He tried to set up somebody on the back door, but Konechny intercepts it. He's got Skokon ahead. Can he get the pass through? Over, he gets it. Skokon can't quite catch it. He's going to track it down. There's a lovely pass from Konechny. And Skokon can't quite believe he dropped it. There's Doschli. Ducks underneath. To the middle, shoots. That one's high. The third quarter comes to a close with that last missed shot. The score is 10-6 in favor of the Czech Republic over the Netherlands to the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship here at the Langley Events Center. Thanks for following me along on LAC Sports Network and TFSCTV.ca. 6 for the Dutch, 10 for the Czechs in this 7th place battle. Vimala, Bergsma at the face-off dot. 3:34 remaining in the Lavallee Major for roughing. Quite a battle there, and the Dutch will come away with it. Van Mosveld gets it across to to Parsons. He's a dangerous one. Hands it off. They're going to get it back to him. He's at the top of the power play. 8 left to shoot. Back to Parsons. He's got some room. Fires it, scores. The pass down low to Clean Benning. Just pulled the defender Gottwald down a bit. I think the Czech coaches would have liked him to stay up on Parsons there. And there you see the little pick. Gottwald comes down on Bergsma and then is heading back out. May have even tipped that shot, but it sneaks through Marish. He got a little bit, not enough. It's 10-7. And the Netherlands with 3:01 remaining on the major to Lavallee. They can get another one. Then, of course, he would, Olela would stay in the box serving it for him, but they would be able to put a 5th player out. Konechny over to Lukasz. Czechs are going to probably be a little conflicted about how hard they want to go to try and get shots and score at the end of the 30, whether they just want to make sure they're killing time and getting the out or pushing a bit. You don't want to just be passive for too long, but at the same time, you can come out of the, oh, you don't want to do that though. The pass goes over and back. Knotek's going to track it down. Just make sure the play is called in. Now he'll head to the bench when he sees he's got teammates. Heads up play by the 18-year-old youngster. Behind the back from Bergsma. Parsons up at the top. Clean Bannock back to Bergsma. To Reese Parsons. On straight back to him. They are really taking away the pass. To Parsons, but he gets it. And Jiha out on him. Gets the shot off, ducking through traffic. But the save by Marsh. Spokane comes away with it. Nice little outlet pass to Polak. He's just going to run it ahead, takes a right turn, hands it off there to Prohashka. Lukasz to Prohashka. Another 12 on the shot clock. Feeds it through to Doshli. He gets checked and just runs to a stop. The ball pops away from him. Prohashka gets it back, tries to get a shot off. That one's blocked. Possession Netherlands. Lots of time for them still. Minute 20 left on the power play. Hahn takes it. Bergsman's outside rip is blocked. Knocked down. Clean Bannock gets it back. 3 on the shot clock. Bergsman's going to go back door. That doesn't connect. Oh, a chance on the back door for a Clean Bannock just as the buzzer goes. Don't think he could have got that in time, but it wound up being way closer than it seemed like it was going to as that pass went astray. Here's Lushkot. 45 left in the penalty. 18 now on the shot clock. Knotek staying high. Pressure coming from Timon Weidkamp. Apparently Timon, the name of a Lion King character. I'm not familiar with the movie myself, but, well, I mean, I've heard of it. Oh, that one's going to go up out of play. Well, it's called delay a game in the first period, but wisely not here. As Vessler was just trying to control the ball, gets up out of play. That means the Czechs can kill the final remnants of the penalty. And Olala will be released in 12 seconds. They'll have 4 after that to get a shot off. They take a shot and get a reset. So now they're going to go to a 5-on-5 set with the ball, and Olala will just stay up. He cuts to the middle. Here's Doshli, takes it from Knotek. Little pick from Olala. Doshli shoots, save Gallant. He's got a man up the floor, lobs it ahead. Vessler has it all alone on the breakaway. Vessler scores over the arm of Marish. It's 10-8. The Dutch team and their fans are fired up. The flags are waving. The noise sticks are banging together. Here's the pass by Gallant. Wisely just let it for Vessler and let him do the rest. Over the shoulder. Nice finish. Vessler. Bergsma and Vimala facing off again. Bergsma clamps quickly, pulls it out. What a response by Bergsma. Great reaction. Then he swats it back to his teammate and it gets away. 2-on-1. Lukasz around the world. To Popia, who is knocked down, but he stepped in the crease. It'll be Netherlands ball. Vanderhorst directing traffic. Nobody coming open the way he likes. He's just going to pass it to Ross Parsons. Parsons waiting. Backdoor cut by Hahn. He had to try kind of a crazy one-hand attempt. And a back-in call against Mijajic. So the Dutch will get it back, but Hahn, terrific effort. He had to go up with one hand. Caught the ball, kind of bobbled it for a moment. Couldn't get it down. Knew he was going to step in the crease before he could get it back to two hands, so he just tried the one-hand slam. Stopped by Marsh, but the Dutch get the ball back. Here's Reese Parsons. Step back. Sees Minajik all over him. Goes to Bergsman. That's Ross Parsons. Underneath, they are ready for him. Skokan on him. Gottwald picks up the ball. He was the one who was sliding over to Parsons. Still down in that position and grabs the ball. He'll run it ahead. 5 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's 10-8. What a game for the seventh place battle. Lushkot to Doshli. Prohashka hits it to Lushkot. Checks down to 10 on the shot clock. Prohashka rips one. Stopped by Glant. But Prohashka's the first one there. Grabs it with one hand. Ducks out of the double team, and it's a fresh 30 for the Czechs. Nice effort by Prohashka. Oh, the pass to the back to Doshli. Got through. Looked like he might have a dunk attempt, but Gallant took that away. Doshli to the net. Misses. Tried to drift a shot over the top. Then went over the top of the net instead of just over the goalie. Coach Stahl, let's try and get one on net. Get a reset. That's going to go wide. It'll be 30 seconds over and back. Take your pick. Next, he's going to come and cover Hahn, or clean Benning, as he picks up this ball. 4 lefty defenders for the Czechs, and their righty doesn't have a stick. O'Donnell lost it. Can he get back and get his stick? Yeah, he's got it, and picks up the man on the back door. And then the pass to him is picked off by Skokan. Penalty coming to Holland, to the Dutch. Skokan runs through a Czech. Mara sprinting to the bench, doing his best Christian Del Bianco impression. Here's Lushkot. Pass to the middle. Lushkot's shot stopped. Grabbed by Vanderhorst, and play will be blown down. It's a slashing call behind the play, up on the forecheck to the Netherlands. So with 8:23 to go, great chance for the Czechs to put a little space between them and the on-rushing Dutch. What a tremendous game. Lots more action coming today, of course, at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We've got the 5th place game, Finland and Israel. I'll be calling that one. And then tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, it's the bronze medal between the U.S. and England. And then the gold medal showdown, Canada and the Iroquois, 8 p.m. Pacific. Jake Elliott and Brad Challoner will have the call for those games. Long outlet pass. One hop, caught. Parsons trying to find a way to get a shot, but Konechny all over him. Schruta helping. It's 1-on-3 now. Now Jihad goes and picks up the other man racing in, Wieland Muskens. Vimala with pressure. The Czechs really forcing the issue late in the 30. It's actually still about 6 seconds as that pass was just floated down into the corner. Jihad will come away. Leaves it for Popia. Immediately to Doshli. Prohashka ducks around the pick. Behind the net. Dunk attempt by Popia, but he lost the ball on his way to the front. Prohashka over to Doshli. He's going to get a shot. Save. Comes back out to him. Fresh 30 for the Czechs. They've still got 45 on the penalty. Coach Stahl takes the roll pass. Doshli behind the net. Out to Popia. Backdoor to Prohashka. Shoots. Save. I think it was tipped out front by DeGroff. And then Gallant gets it. Oh, and a penalty coming to DeGroff. The Czech player is down in evident pain. Trainer racing out to check on him. It's going to be a major. And that is crushing for the Netherlands. With 6:55 to go, trailing by 2. They're going to be down 5-on-3 for 33 seconds and shorthanded. till the 1:55 mark, barring any other penalties. Now the head coach, Roman Picorni, is coming out. Unusual to see a head coach wandering down into the corner to check on an injured player. It's Loshkot, real leader for this Czech team, probably their top forward. There's de Graaf. You see the push from behind. It's not huge, it's not vicious, but it did push Loshkot right into the boards. So it's a boarding call. It appears to be the knee that Loshkot was grabbing right away. That would actually, I mean, relatively good news. It's not a concussion. It's not the head ramming into the boards. Nothing, no neck injury, but a knee is obviously big trouble too. Lukasz is the safety valve up high. That's a pretty talented safety valve. Popia, low shot, stopped Gallant. 18 left on the 5-on-3. I think Loshkot's up because it's not going to be long before the first penalty ends. They want to have the forward out there. Now he's going to retreat. The long outlet pass from Gallant, picked off by Loshkot. He'll push the other way. 3-on-2. Doschley down low. Popia fakes. Nice save, Gallant. Gallant keeping the Dutch in, and that's going to roll back to him. The Czechs want a back-in call. I think that was played back by one of the Netherlands defenders. Vanderhorst will try and get one along the boards. He gets it past Lukasz to Hahn. Lukasz staying on him. He tries that around the back, one hand wrap check. Hahn's shot goes wide. It's going to be grabbed by Doschley. He's got a trailer and Polak. It's 1-on-3. He'll slow it down. They've got the first penalty is over, of course, but they're still on the power play for another 3:45. Ball is loose. Snagged by Vanderhorst. The pass ahead, knocked down initially by Vessler, but then he gets it and gets ahead. It's 2-on-3. Trail check by Schroeder. Doesn't just get the ball, it takes a stick right out of Vessler's hands. Here comes Konechny. 3-on-2 this way. Rips it off the post. Will Marish come out? No, they've got a man coming from the bench. Hodania was there to grab the ball. Marish didn't have to try. That was going to be tight as to whether Marish would get there first before the Netherlands players. He didn't have to. And Czechs back on the power play. Lots of time on the major. Still 3:03 to go in the de Graaf penalty. Popia fired. That one's blocked. 6 on the shot clock. As Versteeg goes into the corner, comes away with it. Nice loose ball and then just flings it the length of the floor. Nobody on the Netherlands bench is quite sure why he did that. That's, I think, a little inexperience coming into play. Feeling some pressure and just brief moment of panic and just fling the ball. Czechs back on the power play setup. 15 to shoot. Prohashka. Doschley. Shoots around the screen from Popia. It's a fresh 30 for the Czechs. The clock is the friend of the Czechs, the enemy of the Dutch. Popia to Doschley. Shoots and scores. Nice little simple overhand. Slight twister. Tucks it inside the post. 11-8. Huge goal for the Czechs. Oh. Precision placement. You can see that one just past the leg of Gallant. Just inside the post. Probably ticked off the iron as it went by. So we've got 4:06 to play. It's now a 3-goal lead. And, of course, because it's a major, Netherlands still shorthanded. They've got 3 guys on the defensive restraining line. Nobody up front. Konechny will come away with it. The Czechs go back to the power play. Oh, slashing call coming to Vimala. Just after the draw. So that is going to eliminate the man advantage for the Czechs. There's 2:03 remaining on the de Graaf penalty. Didn't get a chance to see that one. We are 4-on-4. Parsons' hard shot stopped by Marish. Hahn went through the crease, but he doesn't play it. Smart job. Well, he wasn't close to him either. But Bergsma, watched by Hodani. Ball caught by Hahn through traffic. Parsons has it. 20 on the shot clock after the reset. Bergsman coming with the pick. There's an illegal pick on the far side of the floor. Czechs with possession. Gottwald. Up to Lushkot. .12 on the shot clock. Czechs being pretty passive here. Doshli now driving in the net. He looks to Popia. He'll just rip one with 2 seconds left. Looking for a reset, stopped by Gallant. There's a shaft on the floor in front of the crease, so Gallant will wisely just flick that one over into the corner with his goalie stick. 2:45 to go. Gallant's not coming on this one, but probably next possession he'll race to the bench. Parsons pulls it down, shoots, save Marish. Konechny grabs the ball as it rolls out of the crease. He waves people ahead, so he's got an outlet to pass to. He's going to give it to Knotek coming off the bench. Thomas Knotek. There's a stick head on the floor. Must be from that shaft from earlier. Didn't see that before. Must have been on the letters of Langley Event Centers. That stick just blew up. The feed through, tipped by Weidkamp. Actually almost messed up Andrew Gallant. Vessler runs into the offensive zone, hands it off. DeGroff comes out. They're not bringing Gallant. We're back to 5-on-5. Both penalties released just 2 seconds apart. Here's Parsons. Backdoor to Reese Parsons. Save. Nice arm save by Marish. And then Vimola, with the stick not near the ball, just kicks it ahead perfectly to Skokan. Jakub Vimola clearly with a bit of a soccer background. Popia. Lukash gives it back to him. Four on the shot clock. They get a chance. It's stopped. Here's the pass ahead. Vanderhorst. Oh, sorry, that's Muskins. Oh, throws it behind to Feta. It's going to be a one-on-one. Vimola wisely pulls up. Time is more important than the shot on net here. So 11-8, the Czechs should be able to close this one out and secure 7th place. And even if that's the case, this is still a great result for the Netherlands to come and make the top 8 in the world. They are stoked for that illegal pick against the Czechs. Popia will put the ball down, back away. Here goes Weidkamp. Penalty coming to Popia. I think they're going to call him for not giving enough space on the restart. Backdoor attempt. A little bit too far for Bergsma. It's going to be grabbed by Gottwald. Just 27 seconds remain. I would imagine this is a delay of game penalty. Well, slashing call on Popia. Okay. So it wasn't that he checked. It's how he checked. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Probably illegal cross check, but either way, the stick right up into the side of the face by Popia. Got away from him. Definitely a penalty. Dutch to the power play. They need 3 goals, though, in 20 seconds. Parsons steps under a check, rips it, bounces too high. It's going to be grabbed by Konechny. He's heading for the net. See if he gets a shot. He does. Rolls it in. What a finish, Konechny. Put an exclamation point on the Czech Republic's win. And Ross Parsons is going to the penalty box because he's letting the refs know what he thinks. He has not been a happy camper most of the game, but focus right now on Konechny running the floor, high fakes, and then the low finish. What a beauty to tuck that one home. 12-8, the Czechs will win this game. I don't think anybody's taking a shot after this. Ball bounces into the corner, and that will do it. The final score, Czech Republic 12, Netherlands 8. The Czechs finished 7th. The Dutch finished 8th. Quite a game to kick things off here at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. I am Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with us here at the Langley Event Center and watching on TFSCTV.ca and Lac Sports Network. We're going to take a break for about an hour and 8 minutes, and I'll be back with Israel and Finland battling for 5th. And there's still action over at the Fieldhouse. Check it all out at the website, wilc.lacrosseship.com. Links for each game. You can just go and get straight to the link to watch the game. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you in an hour and a bit.
Keep the memories alive. Take home your favorite action shots by Vancouver Sports Pictures. Visit the Vancouver Sports Pictures booth located on the concourse at Section G. Let's get a round of applause for our teams this morning.